for the first time, the wait is over. It is Boston Calling 2017 here with our friends from WERS. Even more importantly, for the first time, joined by Mac DeMarco. Mac, how's the day been treating you so far?
Good. Woke up, got in the van, drove to Boston, and having a good day. It's raining, but oh well, you know. I like the rain and whatever, you know.
It must pose a little bit of a challenge performing in the rain.
I think it's maybe better. I think it's sexier, it's risky, maybe you'll get electrocuted, you know, maybe your gear will stop working, you just got to figure it out. Why not, you know?
Spice it up a little bit.
Exactly.
Normal gigs are boring.
Yeah.
So this is a festival, obviously. Who are you looking forward to checking out if you have some time?
We saw some of the guys from Car Seat Headrest in the Backstage a little while ago. I was talking to them. We played with them many years ago, William Mary College, so it'd be cool to see them hang out a little bit. We have some friends in the band Whitney that are here. I think some friends playing with Solange, and she's here. Who else is here? I would like to see Deerhoof.
Yes, of course.
And we wanted to see Tool, but I think it's tomorrow.
That's true. That is true. Tool is a little bit later in the week.
Yeah.
We're chatting with Whitney after this. Is there a question I should ask the guys? Anything? Tell them from Mac?
What could you ask them that would be kind of funny? I don't know. Just ask them how they're doing. I can't think of anything too crazy off the top of my head. Just say hello for me.
Hello from Mac. That sounds good to me. So this is the question I'm asking everyone this festival. This is obviously Boston Calling's first year at Harvard. Do you remember your first festival experience, either as an artist or as just a general fan, and what it was like?
First time... I never really went to festivals before. I was playing them, I suppose, but I used to go to the folk festival in my hometown.
Nice.
And it would be a lot of folk music, a lot of blues, and you know, that kind of country sometimes. And they'd get a couple indie bands, you know, Canadian usually, to come and play, like Feist or Broken Social Scene or something like that. So yeah, I don't know. They had nice green onion cakes there, I'll tell you. There you go. Yeah.
What more can you ask for?
I don't know.
Well, I do have to say we have about 14 guests this weekend, but when we posted online that we had Mac DeMarco, my phone lit up like a Christmas tree from all my friends saying to say hello, say that they're their biggest fan.
That's
we have about 14 biggest fans in the suburbs of Boston, just so you know.
That. Well, hi guys, if you're listening.
Oh, well, that's very sweet. You will have made their day. But I can imagine that, you know, you're a very popular guy. How do you deal with fame? You don't seem affected by it at all, which is very cool.
It's total horse crap, and it's totally a farce and a fantasy, and I'm just doing me, and if people want to listen to the music or laugh at some interview or video I've made, that's fine, you know, it's fine by me. I'm just trying to be happy. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not, and yeah, to be alive. What can you do?
Now, where does that happiness stem from?
That's the thing, is that, you know, I think that's the main thing, being alive. You know, you got to figure out how to get it, how to hold on to it. It comes, it goes. Maybe love makes you feel pretty good for a while, then it can make you feel awful. Maybe you eat a sandwich that makes you feel really happy, or maybe swimming in a lake makes you feel happy. I don't know. And, you know, it changes from day to day and from person to person, so I think it's important for everybody to just, you know, check themselves and keep it real and enjoy it. It's very strange being alive, so why not?
True that. Now, I'm assuming music is a part of that happiness for you.
Oh,
obviously.
For me, yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, yes, it makes me very happy. But it's also kind of an addiction thing, you know. And then when you can't get it, when you have a bad show, or you can't get the song to work, or the recording, or whatever, can bring you down a lot too, but when it works, it works. Yeah.
And this album works. This Old Dog, an incredible release, one of our favorites of 2017 so far. You explore your relationship with your father a little bit more in this album.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you're looking to explore for the next album? Anything that you're kind of like, this is what I want to do, sort of a facet of your life that you haven't explored yet?
I don't know. I mean, I won't know until I get there, I think. This is kind of circumstantial as far as like lyrics and that kind of stuff go. I don't really think about that preemptively. But musically, I think, you know, certain different things are interesting me a little bit more here and there. So maybe I have, you know, little whispers of something that may come in that regard. But I don't know. As far as my personal life, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I'll be at.
What are your interests sort of bringing you towards now?
With the music stuff?
Yeah.
I've been listening to a lot of ambient music, a lot of Japanese music, a lot of music with guys or whoever playing on it that are very crazy players. So that's stuff that's kind of out of my reach, but I think that's why it, tickles my fancy. Yeah.
And now you mentioned sort of what you're into for music. I know that you have a lot of different projects going on. Where do you sort of get your creative nourishment from other than music? What are some other sort of things that you're doing artistically?
I don't know. Not a lot. Don't know how to cook. Don't know how to... I like to doodle sometimes, but I don't even do that much. I don't know. Yeah, music's all I got. Hopefully I can keep doing it for a while. Yeah.
I think you'll be able to.
Maybe.
And I think that you should appear on that show with, Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg. They can teach you how to cook.
That'd be cool, yeah.
It'd be an episode I would watch, for sure.
That'd be nice.
So, you're playing at a festival. Your music it has a really cool sound to it, but not everyone at this festival will know Mac DeMarco, although a lot of people will. How do you sort of win people over when you're on the stage and try and get them to, maybe check you out on Spotify or iTunes when they get home?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't think about it too much. It's kind of the nature of festivals, I suppose. But it's, I just try and play the songs as well as I can. Try and have a nice time. Enjoy myself with my band. See how the people are feeling. Make sure they're not getting rained on too much today, hopefully. And it's an inviting vibration, I think, is the most important thing, yeah.
There you go. Now, a big part of the narrative of this record, it's tough to watch an interview or read an interview where the reporter doesn't go, Mac DeMarco grew up on this album.
Yeah, everybody's talking that way. It's kind of funny.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you contest that? Is that something that you're kind of like, people think this, roll with it, but would you agree with that assessment?
I don't. A lot of the stuff that's come out about the record, I think... yeah, I mean, that's probably the easiest one to do, but they've been saying that since Salad Days, so it's kind of like, and I don't think I've grown up that much. I'm just writing different songs, but it's like, whatever makes it easier for these people to do their jobs, it's no problem for me, but I mean, the real thing about it, as much as you want to try and quantify or pigeonhole or, describe, what a record is about or what it sounds like, the easiest way to get, to the bottom of it is just to listen to it. Yeah.
True, and I mean, honestly, what an asinine comment. People grow up between 2 years, too. Yeah, he was, 20-something when he made this, now he's a little bit later 20-something when he makes this, too.
Is it important? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It is, some kind of clickbait or some kind of point of, context or interest, so... I don't know. I understand why people do it, but it doesn't always make sense to me. But.
Is there a narrative on this album that people aren't picking up on? Aging sort of is the easy one to go. Is there one that you think that people are just sort of like sleeping on, for lack of better words?
I don't know. I mean, I think there's some pretty obvious stuff that I'm talking about my father, talking about other parts of my family, yada yada. But at the same time, there's a lot of stuff that's just for me, and that's in there, and maybe some people will pick up on it, maybe they won't, but I mean, that's kind of more along the lines of the stuff I did before. People can come and they can take it and do it what they will with it. It doesn't really matter. But for me, it has it's kind of like a diary or a scrapbook or something. Maybe even more personal stuff than is apparent on it, but no, that's my stuff, so don't really matter.
There you go. That's a good attitude. So if you could cover an album, take it, make it your own, what do we think that album might be?
Cover an album,
front to back.
Holy crow. Damn, what would I do? Maybe I would like to try it with Rise by Herb Alpert.
Okay.
It's kind of his like early 90s, kind of got a little funky. Not a lot. I don't think there's any lyrics on it actually, but it'd be fun to try and do arrangements of those tracks. It's a hot disc.
And then this will be my last question for you. I know that you got a ton of interviews and of course a show to play. Who are you listening to right now? We touched upon this a little bit earlier, but who should our other than of course This Old Dog by Mac DeMarco out on Captured Tracks? What should people be listening to?
Like new stuff. I could throw out some new homies.
Yeah, totally.
There is a guy out of Paris, France, played bass with us on one tour. His name is Rory, and he has a band called Infinite Bisou. That's good stuff. Another young British man from Manchester, Aldous RH. He's got some new stuff coming down the tubes. Kieran J. Callanan, so my friend from Australia, he's got a new record coming out in the next few months. It's called Bravado. My friend Alex Cameron, also from Australia, he's got a great new album coming out. Let's throw some of The Garden. These two twins from Orange County, California. They got some new stuff that's really crazy. We're taking them on tour later this year. The Courtneys, I think, have just released a new album. They're my friends from Vancouver. We'll see them next week in London. Who else can I throw a bone to? Maybe yeah, maybe that's enough. I don't know.
There we go. You got a good playlist to start with. Well, something that you definitely should be listening to, Mac DeMarco and This Old Dog. Thank you for the time. It has been an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.